This is a storm. It's coming. It's approaching. Sometimes clouds look like they're rolling. They're rolling into our area. Or we can say the clouds are, or the storm is, rolling in. In a moment, we're going to look at another phrasal verb about storms. But first, channel members studied phrasal verbs for the weather last week. They received a PDF to study the verbs in my video lesson. And then on Sunday, they received a quiz in my private classroom. If you want to master phrasal verbs, join today. You can now do this on Buy Me a Coffee, which I would prefer. It's a little better for me. But if you prefer, you can also do it directly here on YouTube. Storms are a marvel of nature. They're incredible to look at. They're full of energy. We like to look at them from far away because they're mesmerizing. But if you get too close, it could be dangerous because storms are violent. Storms are angry. Incredible. That was the single word uttered under her breath by Marine Le Pen as she stormed out of a Paris courtroom on Monday morning. The word utter is very similar to the word say. Uttered is the past, just like said in the past. That was the single word said under her breath by Marine Le Pen. If you utter something, you say it very softly and quickly, almost like a whisper, without much energy. Under her breath means to herself, and softly, quietly. Utter and under her breath fit very well together because they complement each other. She whispered it to herself softly. We don't say the word utter much when we speak English, when we're talking to another person. We don't say it because it sounds like the word udder, which is a cow's milk sac. We don't like to give that imagery when we speak. That was the single word uttered under her breath by Marine Le Pen as she stormed out of a Paris courtroom on Monday morning. Storms move, and storms are angry. Storm in this context means walk in an angry way. Out gives the context of leaving a place. She stormed out of the courtroom. We don't have to use the word angry because we understand the imagery. She left the court early. She stormed out. Just before hearing that she was barred from running for office for 5 years after being found guilty of embezzlement of EU funds. Barred is another word for banned. She was banned from doing this. They prevented her from doing this. They barred her from or banned her from running for office. In races or competitions, we run in order to finish in first place. This is a presidential election or a presidential race. That's why we use run in this context. I found the combination after and being very interesting. After is a preposition. So after prepositions, we must use the ing form of a verb, the gerund, after being. Embezzlement is a crime involving stealing some money. The word funds refers to money saved and used for a specific purpose. In this word, it's not necessary to pronounce the D sound. That's very hard to do in this combination of sounds. Remember, we often understand by context when we speak English or any language in general. To make the pronunciation more clear in this word, we can extend the sound of the N to give the idea that there is another letter there. Funds, funds. I'm not pronouncing the D. I'm just extending the N. Embezzlement of EU funds. Almost certainly ruling her out from standing in the 2027 French presidential election. Rule out means exclude. She was in the presidential race, but because of these rules, we have to exclude her. We have to rule her out of or from being in the race. She's not eligible to run for president. Without even waiting for the judge to pronounce the full details of her sentence, the head of the national rally knew that her political goose was cooked. If your goose is cooked, it means that your plans have been ruined. You're in serious trouble. Here, Le Pen's political goose is cooked, which means her political plans are ruined. If a bird or animal is cooked, it's not alive anymore, and it can't be saved. It's a hopeless situation. I have a French student living in Lille, and we often talk about politics and things happening around the world. If you would like to practice your English and improve your speaking, I'm available for private lessons on italki. Check the link in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, channel members and private students, and see you in the next lesson.